friends, in this video we are going to look at the benefits of interest on housing loan that can be availed as deduction from salary income for salaried employees. Basically, housing loan can be obtained by employees for the purchase of house property or construction of house property. So the benefit of this particular section is for claiming interest on house property. So as the name itself explains, there should be house property in existence. In case if an employee avails loan for purchase of land, that cannot be claimed as deduction from salary income. Okay, let's see what are the types of house property for which an employee can claim the benefit. There are two different types of house properties. One is self-occupied, one is let out. What is self-occupied? If an employee has purchased house property for his own use, for his own staying or for staying of his family members like parents or spouse or children, for usage of self, it means self-occupied property. For that property, the maximum interest that is allowed is 2 lakh. In case if an employee has paid interest of 2.5 lakhs or 3 lakhs, he can claim the benefit up to 2 lakhs only, which can be reduced from his salary income. Next type of house property is let out property. Let out means in case if he has purchased the house property and he has rented it out to third person for rental income. Here he is getting the income from the house property, which is rental income. Okay, let's see how the calculation for the benefit of housing loan is arrived for the let out property. Here we have explained this with two different illustrations. In the first illustration, we have taken the rental amount as 95,000, property tax as 5,000. Normally, property tax is the allowable deduction from the rental income. For example, in case if an employee has paid the property tax of 5,000 and he has received rental income of 95,000 per annum, that 5,000 can be reduced and 90,000 is the gross value on which a standard deduction of 30,000 is allowed as per Income Tax Act. So we have applied 30,000 on 90,000, which is 27,000. Again, we can claim interest on housing loan. For example, we have taken 3 lakh in illustration 1. So from 90,000, 27,000 and 3 lakh can be reduced and the income or loss from house property has arrived as 2,37,000. But as per Income Tax Act, only the maximum of 2 lakh can be claimed as loss of house property and the balance can be carried forward through 8 years from the current financial year. In illustration 2, we have assumed all the values except for interest on housing loan as same as illustration 1. In this scenario, after reducing interest on housing loan, the net loss on house property is working out to 1,87,000, which can be claimed as a whole because it is within 2 lakh. So the entire loss can be claimed as the deduction from salaries. Very important point here is, in case if an employee owns both self-occupied and let out property, the entire section allows for the maximum benefit of 2 lakhs. So for both the house properties put together, he can claim maximum of 2 lakh only. Okay, let's see what are the points to be considered for claiming this interest or loss on house property. Property should be in the name of employee. Most of the cases, actually, employee will take the loan along with co-applicant or co-owner. In case if the name of co-applicant is available in the interest certificate, because interest certificate is normally the evidence submitted by employee to employer for validation. In that scenario, in case if the name of co-applicant is available in the interest certificate, then the employee should obtain a declaration from co-applicant that he or she is not claiming this benefit. In case if that declaration is not submitted to employer, as a standard practice, 50% of interest alone will be allowed as deduction. Next point is that the property, as explained earlier, the property should be in existence. It should be a completed property. In most of the scenario, employees may be paying pre-EMI interest or even EMI would have been paid by employee, but the property may be under construction. In that scenario, he cannot claim the benefit of interest on housing loan. To establish that the property is completed, he or she has to submit the completion certificate obtained from the flat promoter or EB card copy or property tax receipt to establish that the property has come into existence and is ready to be occupied and used. However, in case if the stamp duty is paid during the registration, that can be claimed under ATC even though the property is not completed. And also, the principal can be claimed for the property which is under construction. In case of prepayment of principal or lump sum payment of principal, that can also be claimed as deduction under ATC. All principal, stamp duty, everything will be covered under different section ATC and not here. Here we are discussing only about the interest on loan. And one more point is mortgage loan interest. Sometimes the house may be kept on mortgage and employee would have taken loan. In case if the interest certificate specifies that it is a mortgage loan, that interest is not allowed under this section. And interest certificate either downloaded from the online banking or anything or obtained from bank should be submitted as evidence to claim this benefit, and mere submission of statement of account cannot provide a complete picture of what is the interest, including the provisional interest for future months up to March. So these are the conditions or points which has to be kept in mind before claiming this deduction. Other benefits which are related to house property, housing loan interest are 80EE and 80EEA. 80EE is a specific deduction which was introduced during 1617. For availing this benefit, home loan should have been sanctioned during the financial year 2016-17. Loan amount should be less than 35 lakhs and the value of house property should not be more than 50 lakh. Above all, the employee should not have owned any other residential property for availing this benefit. This benefit can be claimed as the additional deduction over and above the interest benefit that is claimed under section 24. In case for the conditions specified in this section, if all the conditions are satisfied and the employee is paying the interest of 2.5 lakh, 2 lakh can be claimed under section 24 and 50,000 can be claimed under this section. Another important section related to housing loan interest is 80 EEA. Maximum of 1,50,000 can be claimed under this section. For availing the benefit under this section also, there are certain conditions. Employee should fulfill all the conditions to avail this benefit. Loan should be sanctioned during the period 1st April 2019 till March 2022. The value of house property as mentioned in the stamp duty receipt should be 45 lakhs or less than 45 lakhs. The taxpayer should be a first-time home buyer. He is not eligible to claim under section 80E because he would not have availed the loan during 16-17, so he is not eligible. Because one of the important condition is loan should have been availed during 1st April 19 till 31st March 22. The carpet area of the property should not exceed 645 square feet in metros and 968 square feet in non-metros. If all the conditions are satisfied, he can claim the additional benefit of 1.5 lakhs. Meaning, in case if the employee has paid the interest of 3.5 lakhs during the financial year, 2 lakh can be claimed under section 24 and balance 1.5 lakh can be claimed under section 80 EEA. These are two different sections, but first the employee should avail the benefit under section 24. If all the amount of interest is exhausted in section 24 only, the employee can claim the benefit under section 80 EE or EEA. Thank you.